Hey, what's up, everybody? So today the market is super red. Well, it's kind of bad, but nothing too new in the last couple months. So yes, the market is down today again. Everything's looking pretty red. It's not looking too good. And I just want to first start out with by saying, stay in there, guys. If you really see investing as something that is long term, right? And especially if you've kind of gone through some of these waves of up and downs, then this is something pretty normal, right? Like we don't know how long the sell off is going to continue for, and honestly, we're already in a correction. Like we've hit more than a minus 10% ever since the highs of November. A lot of stocks are down 30, 40%, and these are really renowned stocks like Netflix, Salesforce, Disney, and all that. And so, if you're feeling the burn and it just doesn't feel good, I'm with you, and a lot of people are with you. And what I would say is, two things. Number one, stick with your highest convictions. Okay, so if you have stocks that you really, really believe is going to do well long term, then stick with it. And number two is, you don't necessarily have to do anything. I think a lot of people are, thinking about buying the dip, and they're like, oh, right now is a great opportunity. But that was yesterday, and that was the day before too. So, no one really can predict how long the sell off is going to continue. But what I would say is, if you feel good about getting the stock, getting more of a position that you have high conviction for, then I would say go ahead and do it, right? Um, and so yeah, so today, I'm taking a look at some of my holdings. Google looks like it's sort of fine, and I'm pretty glad because that's really one of my biggest holdings. Bitcoin, it has continued to sell off. It's down below $40,000. I actually bought a couple of $1,000s of Bitcoin when it dropped down even lower. I just think Bitcoin long term, this should still do okay, but I don't really know. There's not any kind of financial advice. That's simply what I'm doing in the stock market. Okay, so what I did do was I sold puts on Palantir, and that's pretty much it. I didn't do a whole lot. I was considering adding more of Microsoft to my portfolio. Microsoft is a stock that I'm bullish on, and so today I'm going to show you what I'm doing with Palantir. So Palantir is one of the companies that I definitely am bull on. I have a very, very long horizon for how Palantir, at least 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And, right now Palantir is continuing to sell off. And what I want to show you today is how to shoot fish in a bucket. Okay, so there's a term called shooting fish in a bucket where, the more something sells off, you just keep doing something that works, right? And so, for example, right now I'll show you, what I did earlier today. Was I went ahead and sold a put all the way out in January 2023 at the $12.50 mark. And basically, what that does is you collect $247, okay, off of a max loss of $1,000. So that's almost 25% guaranteed return. Okay, so regardless of if Palantir goes up or if it goes down, you right off the bat get 5%. Okay, if it continues to go down past, I don't know, like 28.66%, then yes, you begin to lose money after you are assigned. And if you don't know what selling puts means, it just basically means that, okay, you're selling insurance. Okay, so you're it's almost like you're allowing yourself to buy the stock if it gets cheaper, right? So if the stock goes down to $12.50, if Palantir goes down to $12.50, then you are buying 100 shares of Palantir at $12.50. But on top of that, you already collected a premium, right? So if you get assigned, great. If you don't get assigned, great. And so either way, you're going to make at least 25%. If the stock goes up and you never get assigned, you get 25%. If the stock goes down and you get assigned, you still collect the premium, so you get 25%. So it's like, would you be fine with collecting 25% gains on your portfolio in a year? For me, heck yes, right? Like, of course, I would be happy to collect that, especially in this volatile market where we really don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so one more. So that's Palantir. The other stock that I'm taking a look at. Let's take a look real quick. Hey guys, if this video provides any kind of value to you, I would greatly appreciate if you could hit that like button, just so that I can share this with more people. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and now back to our video. So Netflix, okay, is selling off pretty heavily. So right now Netflix is at 386. It's just dropped so much. 386. It dropped like 20 something percent yesterday, and now it's another 24%. Let's take a real quick look at Netflix. Okay, so as you can see in the last couple of days, it's just dropped insanely much. If you take a look at the 1 year chart, 6 month chart, the year to date chart is down 35%, right? So in just the last couple of days, it went from about $591 from the beginning of January all the way down to $385. And for me, yes, there are a lot of competition for Netflix. Yes, they didn't hit their subscriber growth mark, but I think Netflix is still a pretty solid company. I do think a lot of people still watch Netflix, and yes, even though there's Disney, there's Apple, all that. I went ahead and just opened up a bull call credit spread. Oh, sorry, bull calls debit spread. So basically, what that is let me show you what it is. Oops, Netflix. Okay, so basically, you go trade options, and you would buy. I went pretty far out because I definitely don't know when Netflix is going to recover. So I went September 16th. I went ahead and bought a call. I think it was at like 390, and I sold a call to cover your position one strike above that. So now if Netflix goes up by just 3%, 3.7% before September 16th from where it is now, then you make about $500. If it does not move, if it continues to go down, doesn't go up by 3.5%, then you lose about $483. Okay, so for me, it's just basically betting that Netflix eventually by November, sometime before September 16th, is going to go up by 3%. Okay, so if I'm wrong, then yes, I lose $500, but I'm fine with that. Okay, so that's the other thing I did. But yeah, guys, I think this market is pretty crazy. I honestly don't know what's going to continue to happen. What I would say is stick to your highest convictions. Don't do anything rash, especially like if you have positions that that are in the red, but you have high convictions for it, don't sell. Right now is the worst time to sell. If you need cash, then borrow it off of your positions, do something else, but don't sell. Like we could continue to see a further downturn, but who knows, right? There could be sort of a flip next week, and no one really knows. But stick in there, stay in there, guys. Like have patience. If we do see more red next week, then perhaps that'll be a great opportunity to buy. But really, guys, it's in these times where the market is going down. It's in these times where the market is very, very red. As I always say, right, it makes you really consider what are your highest convictions, right? Warren Buffett once said that he had a punch card of I think like 10 stocks or even less, and every time he buys a stock, he would have to punch out a card and or punch out one hole in the card, and after that punch card is full, then that's it, right? So the point of that story is you really have to think about, okay, what stocks would you really hold for a very, very long time? What stocks would you really want to just have in your portfolio, and it's going to eventually go back up? And no matter how far this market continues to drop, you're going to be happy, because the more it drops, the more you can add to your portfolio of high conviction stocks. Okay, guys, stay in there. Stay safe. Don't do anything rash. And if you like this kind of content, if I earned a like, if I somehow provide any kind of value, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment below if you have any questions. And until next time, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.